encouraging them to always be heavenly minded and use their lives to make positive impact while on earth. He encouraged the family of the deceased to hold God firmly and to trust him at all times, as he will not leave nor forsake them.
We thank God for the witness, the life, the times of Sam Nandi while he was alive. He belongs to God, he served God, he believed the gospel, and he lived his life in total submission to God.
In various remarks, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Ibezim, and Archbishop Ibezim thanked those that came to commiserate with them, saying that their consolation was that their late brother lived a good life and died a child of God.
Thank all of you for making it here. And those that have come by air, it is our prayers that as you go back, the weather will not stop you. And those that have also come by road, you will drive safely. Thank you, and God bless you.
In various interviews, the chairman, Anambra State Council of Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, Dr. Emeka Odogu, a public policy analyst, Dr. Jude Emecheta, the vicar of Our Saviour's Parish, Enugu, Reverend Canon Uchenna Umifekwem, the chairman, Anambra State Disability Rights Commission, Barrister Chukwueze Ewuzie, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Security, Anthony Obieze, encouraged the Ibezim family to take solace in God, who knows everything, even as they reminded people of the need to assist and celebrate their loved ones when they are alive. On their parts, the Transition Committee Chairman for Awka South Local Government Area, Prince Chinedu Okafo, National President of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, Barrister Titus Abudo, as stakeholder in Mbuku, Prince Nestor Ebede, while describing the Ibezim family as blessed one, commiserated with them on their loss and prayed God to give them the fortitude to bear the irreplaceable loss. For the President, Anambra State Association of Non-Indigenous, Prince Chigozie Nweke, and his Anambra State Association of Integrated Indigenes, Mr. Ferguson Okpara, the death of the late Sir Nnamdi is a loss for both Ndi Anambra and non-indigenous in the state, following the effective leadership style of Governor Chukwuma Soludo and the Deputy Dr. Onyeka Chukwu-Ibezim, extending the condolences of the organizations to the family. The funeral, which took place at the country home of the deceased, Mbuku, Awka South Local Government Area, attracted top government functionaries, including Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelu, Deputy Chief of Staff, Mr. Ugochukwu Obiefuna, bishops from Anglican and Catholic churches, former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, among others. From Mbuku in Awka South Local Government Area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Great news for Anambra Broadcasting Service ABS audience. You can now watch ABS television through any of these ways.
Buy a terrestrial antenna and connect to your television. Search ABS Channel 24 Awka or ABS Channel 27 Onitsha. Install StarTimes cable decoder and search ABS Channel 113. Install Metro Digital cable decoder and search ABS Channel 29.
Watch ABS TV on your smart TV or smartphone by downloading Anambra Broadcasting Service app on Google Play Store. Also watch via ABS Facebook page at ABS Radio Television and ABS YouTube page at ABS Television Awka.
ABS TV is now also on satellite. You can watch us from anywhere in Nigeria and other African countries. Simply install our TV decoder brand and tune to channel 315 or install any free-to-air satellite decoder and search for ABS TV.
Whichever option you choose, stay abreast of breaking news, documentaries, children's shows, talk shows, comedy, sports, movies, and lots more on your darling TV station.
For adverts and program sponsorship, contact 0803-388-8526 or 0806-883-9902. ABS, Heartbeat of the East.
Panel of inquiry into the building collapse at Dennis Memorial Grammar School, DMGS, and Odribo Market, Ochanja, both in Onitsha, has extended its findings to the recent building collapse at Ekoibo Market, Amobia, Oka South local government area. The collapse at the market was on 4th July, and reports said 2 persons were killed and it caused injuries to others when the building collapsed. Correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi tells us more.
The panel members, after a courtesy call on the Oka South Transition Committee Chairman, Prince Chinedu Okafor, intimated him the mandate of the panel to inquire into the building collapse and to summon all those who were involved with the structure. Those who were concerned with the building, including approving and supervising bodies and agencies, have been making appearances before the panel, including the Managing Director of Oka Capital Development Authority, ACTDA, market stakeholders, and other relevant persons. The panel, led by its chairman, Engineer Victor Meju, also undertook a visit to the site of the building collapse to ascertain the level of damage and other findings, as those who appeared before the panel were asked questions regarding the building and its collapse. Engineer Meju noted that the major problem of building collapse is lack of supervision by concerned persons and agencies, as well as doing the needful at every stage of building a structure, including having laboratory tests for materials and other working implements, which, if all is done properly, the incident of building collapse will reduce to a minimal level. In Oka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
Women's Ministry of Chapel of Glory International University Chaplaincy marks 2024 Sisters' Day celebration. The Women's Ministry of Chapel of Glory International University Chaplaincy, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, has marked their 2024 Sisters' Day celebration. The event, which gives mothers and girls opportunity to come together, celebrate one another, and thank God for the success recorded in the year, was kick-started with a seminar. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Confronting womanhood and advise them on the expectations of living a Christ-like life. In her message titled "You Are the Light," a guest preacher, Sister Christy Obodo, whose message was derived from 1 John and Matthew, revealed that professing positive things never makes one the light of God, but by walking in the footsteps of God through exemplary lifestyle in Christ Jesus. She pointed out that the source of one's shining is not as a result of his or her statements, but rather their footsteps that glorify God and drives away darkness and brightens their path, advising all to walk in the light in order to be cleansed from all sins.
The design of God is to raise lights that will become light.
Speaking shortly after the celebration, the president of the Women Ministry Chapel of Glory, Professor Ebele Okoye, said the event is celebrated every second week of July to assess their contribution in their homes, the church, and society, and added that the theme of this celebration is Women Lights to the Home, Church, and Nation. For the chairman of the Council of the Church, Professor Imo Okoye, and the priest in charge of the chapel, Reverend Professor Leonard Onwuzulibo, women make huge contribution to the betterment of society and the family, and describe them as very important pillars of the church. They advise husbands to team up with their wives in nurturing their children as a way to reshape the moral decadence in the society, and pray God to continue to bless and strengthen them in all their endeavors.
A man and a woman who give themselves to bring children into the world has the responsibility to raise them in the fear of God.
The director News and Current Affairs Department of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Oka Mrs. Judy Jeff Mwabeze, made a special presentation as newscaster during the event.
At the seminar organized by the Women of Chapel of Glory, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, to usher in today's Women's Day celebration.
The sisters of the church later danced to the glory of God's gift in thanksgiving, while praises, drama, as well as support for widows and widowers were some of the high points of the event.
Onitsha Country Club Fege, Onitsha South Council area, has commissioned a new-story indoor sports hall building furnished with state-of-the-art sporting facilities. Reporter Emengeni Osadebe, who covered the event, reports that the commissioning ceremony was performed by the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial Zone at the National Assembly, Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. Her report.
A lawn tennis championship tournament was held previously at the club as part of activities to commemorate 1 year in office of the president of the club, Chief Kingsley Ajulufo. Performing the ceremony, Senator Ubah commended the members and executive of the club for their efforts towards reviving sports in the state, pledging to support the club towards restoring the glory of sports in Anambra State.
Sports is part of us. I need to be sports in
On his part, the Chief Executive Officer, Dozie Oil, Sir Daniel Tukudozie, while presenting the trophy to the winner of the tournament, noted that the club has succeeded in promoting unity among the people through sports, encouraging them not to relent, and prayed for love and unity among them.
You are not going to do it again tomorrow, but rather you are going to take it to be a place where you can stay and enjoy.
Earlier, the chairman on the occasion, Chief Sir Felix Madike, thanked God for the success story recorded by the present administration of the club, saying that since inception of the club, they have been celebrating and commissioning projects, calling on the club members to give their leader maximum support. In his welcome address, the president of Onitsha Country Club, Chief Ajulufo, who pledged the club's commitment towards developing sports in the state, enumerated most of the achievements of his administration within 1 year in office, thanking members of the executive and the club for their continued support.
Yes, previously in this club, we have so many outdoor games. We have the lawn tennis, we have the badminton section, but we lack an indoor sports hall. Most times during the rainy season, you find out that most members don't do exercise. So that is why we decided to have an indoor sports hall.
Speaking to the ABS in their separate interviews, some members of the club, which include Chiefs Philip Awiaka, Cletus Ezigwe, Emeka Rukwamdo, a former president of the club, Chief Ikechukwu Ezenwa, as well as a member representing Onitsha South 1 constituency in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Fred Ezenwa, commended the leadership quality of Chief Ajulufo and the success story recorded since he took over the mantle of leadership of the club, and promised their support to his administration. Reacting to the championship tournament sponsored by Tinjam Energy Drink, which produced Chief Emeka Emewulu as the club's 2024 champion, the captain of Onitsha Country Club, Chief Boniface Olisakwe, noted that the champion and his opponents were groomed at the club, saying that the club is noted for its ability to produce lawn tennis stars. The champion of the tournament, Chief Emeka Emewulu, and his opponent, Chief Chukwuma Ubah, expressed joy at the turnout of the tournament despite the rain, describing it as a win-win tournament for both of them. Presentation of trophy and medal to the champion by Sir Daniel Tukudozie. Commissioning of the building and the facility proper by Senator Ubah. Recognition of Anambra State Secondary School single and double champion on lawn tennis, among others. From Onitsha Country Club, Fege, Emengeni Osadebe, ABS News.
The Aguleri World Forum has recognized some age grades for selfless services to humanity. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye was there and now reports.
Longevity in life is one gift considered by many as the blessing one would receive for living an upright lifestyle in accordance with one's culture, belief, and faith. Consequently, in some cultures, societies, and communities, longevity is revered with different titles and inductions into prestigious groups or noble societies. This was the case in Aguleri, Anambra East Council area, when some age grades were honored for their upright living and long life, most especially their contributions to the development of the community when they were in their prime. For instance, Ndi Okpoke age grade Aguleri were inducted into into the prestigious Ndiche Aguleri. Mbadabanu age grade Ojanuno were inducted into the Ndi Ojana Aguleri, while Ndi Ochunagalekwolo were inducted into Ojanuno Aguleri. The inductions, powered by Aguleri World Forum, was graced by the traditional ruler of Enugu Aguleri, Eze Chukwuemeka, his Mpunandotu Aguleri counterpart, Igwe Johnson Onyaka Mbanefo, and that of Enugotu Aguleri, Igwe Emmanuel Ejiofor, and other Aguleri people who came to bear witness and felicitate the celebrants. Ndiche Aguleri is the decision-making body in the community who oversee many issues, settle them, and champion peace and progress in Aguleri. Performing the kola nut rituals at Obu Gard, the venue for the program, Eze Chukwuemeka said that Aguleri as a community is peculiar and blessed as the head of the Igbo race, and that the community is expected to lead by example by doing things right for others to emulate. Ezeri also emphasized the importance of educating their younger ones about their culture and their value system for them to sustain it from generations to generations. Speaking shortly after the inductions, the chairman, Ndiche Aguleri, Chief Paul Honora, said that they have reached the peak of their lives and that they owe the community their wisdom and will always stand on the path of righteousness and truth, which their community is known for, and commended Aguleri World Forum for the massive transformation, progress, peace, and unity they are championing in the community.
Na anyị eluo the highest pitch a na-adị wee na-agazi na chukwu kpọmọ okuta anyị mpụta na-asị na m ọbụla ndị ichie na Aguleri tupu wee chipụ ụdị aka ọ dị ndị otu ndị ọzọ.
Felicitating Ndiche Aguleri and others that were inducted, Chief Tony Ezindu Onyekwe added that Ndiche Aguleri are the mouthpiece of the community, handing over of certificates of membership and mufflers to various cadres were some of the climax of the program. From Obugard, Aguleri, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
The stage is now set for admission into the nation's tertiary institutions as a long-awaited 2024 policy meeting held annually by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Examination (JAMB) holds this week. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, will chair the 2024 policy meeting slated for Thursday in Abuja. The policy meeting will authorize the commencement of this year's admission. The board, in its weekly news bulletin, stated the exercise will also feature the National Tertiary Admissions Performance Merit Award, NATAP M Awards, where the overall winner will receive 500 million naira and other cancellation winners will share 250 million naira collectively. The policy meeting, usually attended by vice-chancellors of universities, rectors of polytechnics, monotechnics, and innovation enterprise institutes, provosts of colleges of education, and other critical stakeholders will consider and approve the guidelines for the 2024 admission exercise. The meeting will review the performance of the 2023 admissions exercise and the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. UTME performance of candidates, the minimum admission scores, and aggregation of individual institutions' submissions will be approved at the meeting. The meeting declares the commencement of the year's admission exercise, setting the grand norms, and any institution that violates these collective norms will face sanctions. On the foreign scene, at least 4 soldiers have been killed in a gunfight with suspected militants in India-administered Kashmir, the latest in the recent spate of attacks by armed insurgents in the disputed region. Security forces came under fire yesterday night when they were carrying out a search operation in the forest of Doda district in Jammu. Last week, 5 soldiers were killed when their vehicle were ambushed in another part of the region, which is disputed by the India and Pakistan. An armed insurgency against Indian rule has claimed thousands of lives in Kashmir since 1989, as violence has reduced in recent years. However, the relatively peaceful Jammu region has been increasing bloodshot in recent months. At least 8 attacks have been reported in the region since June. Last month, 9 people died and 33 were injured after suspected militants fired on a bus carrying Hindu pilgrims in the region. Over now to sports. Based on his current world ranking, Nigeria's Kodiri Aruna is expected to be drawn by in the first round of the men's singles event of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games at the draws of all the table tennis events approach. Aruna and Egypt's Omar Assar stand out as part of the 16 top seeds who have qualified for this year's event. Aruna, who made history as the first African to reach the quarterfinals of the table tennis event at the Rio Olympic Games in 2016, currently holds the 19th world ranking, while Assar, who is the second African to reach the quarterfinals, is rated 22nd in the world. The official seedings for the games will be based on the July 16 ITTF World Rankings probe. According to the Africa Table Tennis Federation, the 2 African stars will be among the top seeds, and they are expected to kick off their campaign from the second round, that is round of 64 of the tournament on July 28 at the South Paris Arena. All eyes will be on Aruna and Assar, with the Nigerian making his 4th Olympic Games appearance as he contends for a podium finish in Paris. Another Nigerian joining Aruna in the men's single event is Olajide Omotayo. In the women's singles, Nigeria draws of Offiong Edem and Fatimo Bello, along with Cameroon's Sarah Hamfor and Algeria's Linda Lougarabi, complete the continent's contingent in Paris. Other African players in the men's singles include Mehdi Beloussa of Algeria and Ibrahim Daou of Senegal. Madagascar Fabio will create history as the first player from the island nation to compete in the table tennis event at the Olympic Games. Saheed Idowu of Congo, Brazzaville, also secured a tripartite invitation to compete in Paris. And that's it on the news this morning. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page or at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. A quick recap of our major stories. Ekulobia Diocese has enhanced evangelism as she ordained 6 priests. Panel on DMGS building collapse has extended findings to Amoba building collapse. JAM set for 2024 admission. Indian war, Kashmir violence surged, kill 4 soldiers. To end the news, here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy, and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tax ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. My name is Chidima Oranwa. Good morning.